Okay, now that you have finished your flea map, your first step is to create a checklist. So I want you to copy down the checklist that you currently see on the screen. You have your introduction, your thesis, which is inside your introduction. And remember from your flea map that your thesis should be color coded. Your reason number 1 should match what your body paragraph number 1 is going to be all about. Reason number 2 should match body paragraph 2. Reason number 3 should match body paragraph number 3. Then you should also make sure you have transition words, make sure you have citations, and a conclusion. I'm not telling you how many citations you should have in this essay. We're at the point in the year where you should know how much is enough and when you're overdoing it. So make sure you have just the right amount. And remember, we do not have a citation followed by another citation. You have a citation and then you need to elaborate within that about that citation. So when you have finished copying down the checklist, you may pause the video and I'm going to start talking about the writing of the rough draft. Once you have completed the checklist, you are ready to begin your rough draft. Remember, when you are starting your rough draft, you indent on that first line. So this is a 5-paragraph essay, so you should have 5 indentions, 1 for each paragraph. Remember, it's just a rough draft, so if you forget to indent, you can always go back up to and draw an arrow. On your rough draft, it's okay to make mistakes. You see on mine that I misspelled a couple things, so I crossed it out. And then make sure that you completely write your rough draft. You can highlight kind of as you go if you would like, or you can wait till the end and come back to it later. Now you see on mine that I have already begun highlighting. I didn't highlight the introduction, I just made sure I had one so I could check that off. I just didn't do that before this picture. But I did highlight in my thesis my reason number 1, and then I put a box around the start of my first body paragraph. Now my first body paragraph is not complete. You know how to write a body paragraph, so that's why I'm not completing mine. But I did put a box around it in yellow that matches the same color as the thesis, so that I knew that was those two went together. I also finished highlighting my thesis with my 2 other colors. I highlighted to begin as my first transition word. Remember, you do not include a transition word in the first introduction paragraph. You only include it in the body paragraph. And I did cite a piece of text evidence, so I did make sure that is underlined in blue. Now your colors do not have to match up mine. If you want to use the same colors, you can, or you could just use different colors laying around your house. But make sure that you have all of the necessary information. Remember, it is 5 paragraphs, and we're at the point in the year where each paragraph is at a minimum of like 8 to 10 sentences. So make sure you have those citations and you elaborate. When you are all done writing your rough draft, you will need to make sure it is fully color coded. I have not finished my rough draft here. Remember, your rough draft is going to be 5 paragraphs. You should have 5 indentions. It's okay to make mistakes. We will go through and revise and edit next week, but you have Thursday and Friday of this week to make sure that your rough draft is complete. Let me know if you have any questions. You can call, text, or your parents can send me an email. Good luck!